It looks like we're back again, and we have the biggest fight in women's boxing right now to begin the year off in 2026. That will be Terri the Belter Harper versus Sweet Caroline Dubois. Terri Harper, who's 16-2-2 with 2 KOs, and Caroline Dubois, who's 12-0-1, no contest with 5 KOs. This is probably the best fight in women's boxing to begin the year on paper. We've got a veteran in Terri Harper who's, been through a lot. She's fought, the likes of Natasha Jonas, Cecilia Brækhus, Sandy Ryan, Alicia Baumgardner. Well, we got the upstart, Caroline Dubois. A lot of people know her as the younger sister of Daniel Dubois, former heavyweight champion. But in reality, she's coming to her own right. Personally, I think this is a good fight, but there's two things. This is just like an early thing. This is an early preview of the fight, but there's two things that could happen within this fight. You've got Terri Harper, who's like 5'8", 5'9", but the problem is she doesn't fight like a 5'8", 5'9", and for women, that's pretty tall. And in her weight class, that's really tall. At that lightweight, 135 pounds, even at 140 pounds, that's a pretty good size. But she's more of a mid to close range type of fighter. She doesn't fight long. She doesn't fight to her body type, which I always thought was kind of interesting. She's a good boxer, don't get me wrong, but she likes to kind of get close to you. Terri likes to get close to you and all this other things. But then when you contrast that with Caroline Dubois, she has great feet. She's a really, really good boxer. And the thing on top of that is she can hurt you. And what does that mean for one Terri Harper? That's not good. She's been stopped badly by Alicia Baumgardner at a lower weight, albeit it's at a lower weight. And then she got stopped by Sandy Ryan, I believe, at a higher weight, at the 140 or 145. So Terri Harper does have a susceptible chin. And with Caroline Dubois, because she is a good boxer, she has great feet, she can move around, and most likely Terri Harper will be chasing Caroline Dubois the entire fight. I don't know if I really like this fight for Terri Harper, just because her chin, let's be honest here, her chin's a little sus. She yo-yos in weight as well. And then on top of that, now I will give her, she do be on Instagram showing them British pound cakes all the time. So she's always training, or at least it looks like she's training. So, and then with Caroline Dubois, the only thing you can say about her, and it's really only one fight of this evidence, is the Bo Ray Shin fight. I believe she's a South Korean boxer, where she got gassed towards the end of the fight and was being susceptible to getting lit up a little bit by Bo. But outside of that, Caroline Dubois hasn't shown any true weaknesses in her game yet, but also it takes a good boxer to show those weaknesses. So there is that. But with Terri Harper, I'm not, on this fight, I'm not the biggest on Terri Harper. You have to lean more towards the youth, the explosiveness, the speed of Caroline Dubois versus a Terri Harper who has gone up against a somewhat similar to some degree in Baumgardner, but I would say Caroline Dubois and Alicia Baumgardner, I would say their footwork is on par with each other. So that's not good for Terri Harper. Now, they're completely different fighters, whereas Baumgardner is a sniper. I would say more of a sniper. She's going to try to blow you out of there with powerful shots, like a 1-2, boom, blow you up. Whereas Dubois is actually going to try to box you and then try to, she's going to tap, 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 and then hit you with a heavy shot. Whereas Baumgardner is actually trying to blow you out of there with 1 or 2 sniping shots from the counter. So I have to lean more to Caroline Dubois. I mean, if Terri Harper wants to win, she's going to have to actually use her size, reach advantage, and really try to, and then keep that pressure on her the entire time to keep her moving almost like what you saw with the Josh Kelly fight. Keep like how Kelly was moving around the ring and everything, and towards the end of the fight, he was actually starting to gas a little bit. That's what Terri Harper is going to have to do. She's going to have to keep. She would have to keep Caroline Dubois on her back foot the whole night and not let her come forward. And also, that defense has got to be locked in, because one thing about Caroline Dubois, she has that Marcos Maidana over the top, like that over the top right punch that she has. I don't know how you would categorize that. It's like, that coming down over the top of your guard almost when she wings it. So Terri Harper's got to keep her defense tight, use her size and length if she wants to win. I think Caroline Dubois has two paths to victory. Either she can just stay on the outside, move around, outbox Terri Harper, because I think she can do it. Now, size-wise, I don't think they're super far off. I want to say Terri Harper's, 5'8", Caroline's probably like 5'6", 5'7". Arm length-wise, I'm not sure, but let's be honest here. Caroline Dubois is a better boxer than Terri Harper. It's not a massive difference, but I believe Caroline Dubois is a better boxer, and she has way better feet than Terri Harper, so I think she could stay on the outside, outmaneuver, outbox her the whole night. Or if Terri Harper just gets in there and gets reckless, she could get knocked out, because Caroline Dubois can get nasty in there. She will try to finish you if she knows she's got you hurt, and we've seen Terri Harper hurt multiple times, so it could not be a good night for Terri Harper, in my opinion, on this fight right now. Obviously the fight's in April, so we still got some time, but from the previous fights and everything, I'm back in Caroline Dubois. She's one of my top prospects. Well, she's not a prospect anymore. She's a world champion. But she's one of my top female fighters. She's, in my opinion, I think she's a top 10 pound-for-pound women's boxer. I'm back in Caroline Dubois. But if Terri Harper wants to win, again, she's got to use her size, she's got to use her length, and she's got to try to maintain that pressure on her the whole time. Just keep applying pressure, and get closer every round. Even though it's a 2-minute, 10-round fight for the WBC, WBO titles at lightweight, but she's got to try to keep applying that pressure, because Caroline Dubois has shown, even though albeit one fight with Bo from South Korea, that she might not have the gas tank. That's the only thing you can say. So that's what Terri Harper's going to have to do. But I think Caroline Dubois can outbox Terri Harper on the night, as long as she's locked in, or she could possibly get her out of there in the later rounds. So I'm back in Caroline Dubois. That's kind of my thoughts on the fight. I think it's going to be a great fight, and it'll be another historical women's card. You got Ellie Scottney on the card too, so also one of my favorites. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the fight for right now, and that's all I got.